ready. Humidor chapter. Get ready. Humidor chapter. Sports. Humidor chapter. Cigars. Humidor chapter. Get ready. Humidor chapter. Get ready. Humidor chapter.
Good morning, and welcome to another episode of Humidor Sports and Cigars by way of Sports on Chicago. It's a nice, rainy, and little bit cool Saturday. We know this bipolar weather out here, and we got a few of the guys going to be a little tardy today, but we're going to get this show rolling, and let me kick it off and bring in my boy, Sly Dog, the angry man himself. What up, Sly?
Man, what up, man? It seems like I'm the only one that can make it to the show, man. Where's everybody at?
Hey, well, some had a rough night, but Bernard will be here shortly. And, of course, I got our super producer in the back, Silverback, Big Sean. Say what's up to the people, Sean.
Superback. I'm not a silverback.
I mean, silver, super, all that.
Damn.
Well, I'm sorry about that.
Gorilla, huh? It's messed
Yeah.
up.
You know, we didn't give you a new birthday, a new name, so I just changed the name.
You know what? You know what? You're right. New
Right.
birthday, new name, new
Isaac.
nickname. My bad.
So,
Isaac the Silverback.
Right, now you Isaac the Silverback. That's your new name.
Damn.
That's classic, bro. That is classic.
Hey, man, a little too much tequila last night. They asked me what I had for dinner. I tell them a tequila and a side of lime. That's what I ate last night. Yeah, pretty much. It was a rough night. But all in all, hey, thanks everybody for joining us. Y'all can catch us on YouTube, Sports Zone Chicago. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. And we are joining to Facebook. Make your comments. Jump on in and join the conversation today. So let's kick it off. Let's get it started. And this one, because Sly's here, I really want to bring this up. So I was just reading how attendance is up at WNBA games. Attendance is up. I'm seeing more commercials. WNBA players, they getting a lot of, they're getting a lot of notoriety. People noticing, they're watching. Every time I look up, I'm seeing one of the ladies on TV. So I'm gonna ask you this, because I know how strongly you feel about it. Is this directly related to the hype of Caitlin Clark?
It is directly related to the hype of Caitlin Clark, but that don't mean it's waited too long. The problem I always had is they waited until now to back her. That she ain't winning the game. I think they wanted something, so they terrible. Okay, right. But it should have been done a long time ago. It was some great basketball players before she got here that didn't get recognized, and the hype should have been going. Now, is it good hype? I don't know, because I liked it way back in the 90s when it started. Mm-hmm. So I don't. For me, I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? But the bottom line is this: AJ Wilson is still the best basketball player in the league, and will be for the live to see future. That's the bottom line. I don't care how much hype Caitlin Clark get. Her 20 points in the losing effort, whatever she scored the other day, I could care less. Only thing that matters to me is now, since they giving all this hype, now they better recognize who the best player in the WNBA is. Yeah,
definitely. Sean, what's your thoughts?
My thought is first of all, because it's a fledgling league, I don't really give a damn who the praise or the credit goes to. You're getting more eyes on that thing. All right. I don't care if Asia's the best. I don't care if Boston's the best. I don't care.
What?
I don't care. I want those girls to have eyes. I want those girls to get money. You think they care if they're the best? Or let's be honest.
This is about they do because they brought it up.
But here's the thing: is that they want money, and if they focus it on that, like you're in a different level at this particular point. You're not the best college basketball player and anything like that. You're in the pros. So the bottom line is you're trying to make money. Yes, you want to be the best. However, you also want to get paid. Okay, you're making $75,000 a year. You can come out of college and get paid more than that coming out of college. All right, and not have to deal with all the nonsense that they've dealt with finally getting chartered flights. Finally, only some teams, and a very small of the few of the 12 teams have their own facility, have their own. This is crazy. Caitlin Clark is bringing eyes to this. She's bringing people. She's bringing money. Okay, and people, and I'm not saying that I'm not claiming her to be the best person, the best player. She's not. All right, but it doesn't matter who's bringing attention to this, because you know what, and you could put your glasses and scratch your head all you want. WNBA's lost $12 million the last 3 years. So if it wasn't for Caitlin Clark coming in, who the hell gives a damn? It's a business. All right? They're losing $12 million a year. All right. So what in the big scheme of things, who the hell cares who the best player is? All right. It's a business. It's a business. So exactly. So whoever's bringing those eyes, so when you start now, what did you say? You're starting to get more commercials.
Yep.
Okay. They're starting, and you know what the WNBA did, which was extremely, extremely smart. Women's basketball has had a stigmatism, or has been stigmatized as a lot of lesbians playing. Okay, going back all the way back to the Cabby Poindexter and the Marshall girls and all other girls that they played, and that's just that whole culture. Well, if you notice the team pictures this year, these girls were done up. They had makeup, their hair was did. Everything. They're trying to make it a softer looking league to attract more fans. All right. Angel Reese helps out a lot because she's a pretty young lady. All right. Camila Cardoso helps out. She's a beautiful young lady. Cameron Brink helps out. She's a pretty young lady. Who's the other girl who went to Nadia, who went to the Sparks? Beautiful women. Okay. And so they're helping that out. All that to say is that they're trying to make money. I'm not worried, You talk about attendance. Why the attendance? Because of what Caitlin Clark did. All right. And it has nothing to do with this in this situation. I shouldn't say nothing. It's very little to do with Caitlin, with the fact that she's white. Okay. She was, it does have something to do with it, because race always in everything. Race has an issue.
Thank you for real.
Race has to do with everything. However, the fact that she was scoring the way she was scoring, and not just how she was scoring, dude, she was doing Steph Curry stuff, bro. No one was doing Steph Curry stuff. Dude, when Steph Curry started doing Steph Curry, why do you think Steph Curry became so crazy? All right, Caitlin Clark started doing Steph Curry stuff in college. And people were like, oh, damn. She was pulling up from 25, from 30, and splashing it. Got them into the finals. So I'm happy for them. I'm extremely happy for them. I told you, I bought the WNBA League Pass. I watched like 3 games on it. All right, but the fact is supporting those girls, and that's what they need. That's what they need. Don't worry about the MVP. Okay, that's cool, but you want to get money. When your league's lost $12 million now, $10 to $12 million for the last couple of years, that's not a good business model. And if anything comes in to change it, and if it's Caitlin Clark, so be it. If it's Caitlin Clark,
same thing in 1979 when it was on tape delay. And guess who played for Indiana State? We need to stop, man. This is what we need to stop. Don't ignore that. But don't say magic helped. But the reason why I came off tape delay is that guy from Indiana State University who wore DePaul, who beat everybody until he got to Magic. Then guess what? The NBA all of a sudden started getting a TV deal to be on TV. So why don't we stop? It's the same effect that happened in 1979 that happened in 2024. Now, if you want to say, well, that was good for the NBA. They came off tape delay and they got a TV, started being shown on TV regularly. Oh, that's fine. But don't ignore the obvious. And that's what you just said.
Well, yeah, I mean, it.
What did I say? I said race plays a part in everything.
Yeah.
I said race plays. So what? Why am I'm not ignoring it? I just said it played a part in everything.
And staying on the race thing, let's be totally honest. The majority of season ticket holders and people who attend games are not us. I mean, in all sports, let's face it. Like we could call it what we want, even though like most of the major sports are dominated by by blacks and baseball, Latinos, and and foreigners. But I mean, we dominate on the court, on the field. But those stands are real light skin. real light skin.
Casual Miles Davis was looking at, and that's why he turned his back when he played at shows in France.
There you go. I mean, it just is what it is. Hell, let's be totally honest. Even concerts, I'd have been to rap concerts and saw just as many whites as blacks. I mean, it is what it is. So, and when you talk about bringing in the money, because it does come down to it, you know. But and think about this: you losing $12 million a year. They were probably about 5 years from folding. I mean, you can't keep losing money at that rate. So it looks like now, you know, hopefully like a major TV deal is coming. Seems like Netflix is buying every damn thing. Maybe Netflix will buy them or give them a deal. And Amazon Prime, they dominating every damn thing. Yeah. So, I mean, so it is. So it is good. And I'm with you, Sean. I don't care if Caitlin Clark did it, if Juju did it, whoever, you know what I mean?
Oh, no, Juju would have never done it. He'll be losing $12 million.
Probably
that's
right.
my whole point.
But now the door is open for Juju, right?
Well, we don't know. We'll see here a little bit. But what I'm saying is that I'm not disagreeing with what Sean's saying. I want the girls to make money, but it should. The only thing I'm saying, Sean, and it shouldn't have to take a white girl to bring this kind of attention on. That's my point.
It has to. It does, Sly. It does.
And I guess you're right, because I brought up Bird.
What did you say? What did the money just say? All right, all the people who buy season tickets aren't dark. All right, the majority of the people are not melanated. All right, they're white people. Okay, so all of a sudden, so what you're saying is like, okay, well now they have one of their own that's really, really doing well. You know what I mean?
Larry Bird effect, 1979.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's I mean, you know,
but her sunshine, her star is bringing light to everybody now. You know what I mean? Because you can't say that, you know, they didn't.
And I think that's what hurt the girls.
NBA stars didn't get their shine. I mean, how many of them had shoe deals? A lot of them. A lot of WNBA stars had shoe deals way before. And we're talking back in the 90s. Shell Swoops had her own shoe.
She did.
Right? You know what I mean? So all these girls who had a shoe, but it just wasn't popular because the masses and the season ticket holders weren't going. There weren't as many season ticket holders. All right. So now if it takes Caitlin Clark to bring a whole bunch of other people and now everyone else gets shine and gets recognition because of it, so be it. You know what? Because now you're starting to see, okay, Asia Wilson is this. All right. Angel Reese is this, you know, so now you're starting to see all these other people getting shine because a lot more eyes are on them. And that's all I really want. Like I said, I bought the WNBA League Pass just because I want to do little that I could do, $37 for the year. Well, that $37 ain't gonna do much, but you know what? If a lot more people did, it's gonna that adds up quick, fast, in a hurry.
Well, hell, remember when Netflix was $9.99?
Yeah, I remember when it was $6.99 a month.
$6.99, right? When it first started out. So all it take, you know, start low. Today's price ain't gonna be tomorrow's price.
Man, I think my Netflix bill $22.
I got the $7.99 one with commercials. I'm cheap.
That's terrible. You need some help, man. For real, that's terrible. That's terrible, man.
Look, y'all be killing me. All of a sudden, everybody too bougie for commercials. All y'all did growing up.
But dude, and they robbing me blind because I think it's that Amazon Prime too charging me $3 for not to have commercials too.
Yeah,
dude, they robbing me blind.
Hey man, commercials. Look, my favorite was my baloney has a first name. I love commercials.
CAR.
My old man still teased me to this day. He said when I was a little kid, the show or whatever be on, I'd be doing whatever. When a commercial came on, I stopped what I was doing and was watching commercials. I love the jingles and all that, man. It was great. So yeah, man. So yeah, man, shout out to the WNBA, man. Keep doing. We hope the doors continue to fly open for you ladies, man. And man, get that money because it's a lot of money out there. It's a whole lot of money out there.
Yep.
Or the juice running through the airport.
Yes,
that
sir.
Was my favorite.
Yes, sir. The juice, baby.
The Hertz commercial.
Yes.
Over the seats.
The juice, baby.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Juice. Hey, let's switch gears real quick, man. So big topic here in Chicago, and just announced yesterday, day before yesterday, the Chicago Bears will be featured on Hard Knocks.
They'll have a losing season, Sean. It's over.
Hard Knocks, and we all know about the jinx. The Hard Knocks. Look
Look at
between
the
that.
Jets.
Look between that and the Madden cover. The two biggest jinx in sports. So we got to cross our fingers and pray that we somehow.
Aaron Rodgers got hurt on the third play. Good luck with that.
Man, yeah, that's definitely terrible. But yeah, going to that. So how do you feel about that? I mean, I stopped watching Hard Knocks. I haven't watched Hard Knocks in a long time, but I'm gonna be tuned in. Of course, I'm a Bears fanatic. But let's face it, man. The Bears is one of the biggest stories in football. It's been all off season. You know, with the #1 picks, with the off season they had, and everything. So how y'all feel about that, man? The Bears on Hard Knocks.
Hey, Sean, answer me this first. How did the Bears avoid it all these years? That's what I don't understand. What is the stipulations for them making you be on Hard Knocks? Or do they ask you?
They ask you, and I think and it's a good question. It's a real good question. I think, in my opinion, the Bears for so long. I mean, they were the charter they are the charter franchise, and so they had a little bit of power, all right, or respect. Let me put it that way. They had a lot of respect. The guy, the Bears don't want to be on it. I think the NFL might have said, "Hey, listen, we're not asking you. All right, this is gonna increase the brand." Because what did you just say, Damani? You ain't watched Hard Knocks in how long?
Shit, been a long time since I watched Hard Knocks.
That was the third largest market in the country. Okay. Mm-hmm. To not have that be part of your viewing audience, they're like, hold on, player, damn. Because now look who's going to be watching Hard Knocks. Chicago, the whole Chicagoland area, all Chicago Bear fans nationwide. But you know who else is going to be watching Hard Knocks? Everybody in the DMV area because of Caleb Williams, all right, where he's from. All right, so now you have that big market. In addition, and that's the East Coast market. You know the East Coast bias that they have because you got DC, Maryland, and Virginia. All those are going to be looking and watching this kid who's from there. So now that's another market, okay? And you're going to get the New Yorks and so adding the third largest market, it just there's too many storylines for the NFL not to have taken advantage of it. In my opinion, they might not have said it early, but they might have gone to Kevin Warren and be like, "Hey, man, you need to talk to your people," and you could do it. I think the NFL might have said like this: we can do it the easy way or the hard way. Like, but you got to realize. See it? I think Warren might have been an instrument to say, "Hey, look, here's a chance for us to get some exposure. Here's a chance to get Caleb exposure." Remember, Caleb, he's going to be one of the faces of the NFL. It's going to be him. It's going to be obviously Mahomes is up there. You're going to have other people, Joe Burrow, a lot of these young quarterbacks, okay? And they want to get him some shine, some light. And, he's the best quarterback prospect in the last 15, 20 years and see how he plays out. So I personally, it's dual-fold for me. One is I'm a former player. I hate it. I would hate to have all those cameras in there and everything else while I'm doing it. But now being on this side of the fence, I love it.
So in my opinion is this. I traveled with the Bears for a long time. The Bears, even losing, have people always talk about how Pittsburgh and Green Bay travel. Nobody ever talk about how powerful the Bears travel. Yeah, when the Bears went to New Orleans, last year when the Bears went to New Orleans, I was there. Do you hear me? It was all Bears fans, man. You thought it was a home game. They already got that. I'm serious, man. It was Bears fans in New Orleans, man. They had videos up there. We had a home parade. It was videos. It was everything. So can you imagine how nutcase they're going to be now when they get ready to travel to these different cities? So the problem, you're right. The NFL said, well, wait a minute. Not only is the third largest market, but what about all the Bears fans around the country?
Yeah.
And the ticket sales is going to be absolutely ridiculous to get to a Bears game probably anywhere.
So already are. They
were bad to begin with. They're going to be worse.
Right. I mean, even when they travel, the tickets is going to be so extreme to watch them play. So whereas the NFL say, you know what? You're right, Sean. You guys got to do. You avoided all these years. Even when you was good, even when you were bad, you still were never on Hard Knocks. Even when you was changing the teams, all that, it didn't matter. So, hey, I'm gonna watch because I'm with the money. I ain't watched it in years, but I can tell you something. The anticipation to go watch the Chicago Bears has become so crazy.
It's fever pitch.
It's insane. Bruh, I bought my tickets to Houston, Sean, the day it was released. The next day, tickets was $600 one way.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's gonna cost you $1,200 to get to Houston. You
Hey.
might as well drive.
Hey, yeah, everybody gonna be doing them 2-3 layovers. I don't care. We stop a few times.
Dude, and Southwest, the money did change my flight. They're incoming. They didn't change the flight I bought. Ain't the one they changed it to. So I mean, you know, I guess I don't know if they added flights or what, but they moved all my times up, going and coming.
Yeah,
this how crazy it is, right? So, you know, shameless plug, you know, SmokeFellas, we doing an event in Indy for the Colts game. So, you know, we went in Indy for New Year's, right? We bought in New Year's Eve.
I was there.
Right, and they played the Raiders. It was a Raiders. The Colts played the Raiders too while we were there. Remember New Year's Eve? It was the Colts fans. There was a lot of Colts fans. They was going to the game, so it was a game there. Our hotel was like what, 120 or something like that a night. It was hardly anything. We were downtown Indy. I looked up that same hotel for that weekend for the Bears game, $320 a night. $320 that weekend. That's crazy.
Because they know money's coming down I-65.
They know we coming. And I'm with you, Sly. I haven't traveled as much as you have, but with the Bears. But wherever I go, whenever you go to the airports, you know, they always say, man, Bears fans travel. You guys travel. Remember, they took over London. The last time the Bears was in London, it was like a Bears home game. It's ridiculous. So yeah, so I'm with you. Now, let me ask you this: do you think does this kind of speak towards the culture change that we're seeing here with the Bears, right? Like, you know, Bears always kind of been known as this mom and pop organization, kind of run, you know, it's been run kind of old school, which is kind of irritating. So I think part of the hard knocks thing too is the Bears just weren't that interesting nationally. But now, I mean, with Kevin Warren here and everything, so on top of, you know, now with new stadium, the stadium situation is going on, you know, everything, something we thought we would never see. So now them being on Hard Knocks, do you kind of see that kind of related to this culture change that's happening here in Chicago?
You know, I do. I think there's a whole new, like I said, I think Kevin Warren might have been an instrument, right, to kind of coerce the McCaskies into saying yes. Like I said, I think they're going to be on it regardless, right? But the culture that they have, there's a lot. Ryan Poles said it best. He goes, it's going to be hard to make this team. And people saw how good the Bears were toward the end of the year last year. All right. They saw, and we're not talking playoff team. We're not talking Super Bowl team. No, but you saw the arrows pointing up. You saw that the defense was the best defense in the last 6 weeks of the season after they got Montez Sweat. All of a sudden, stuff changed a lot.
Yep.
All right. You saw the offense start to pick up, and then you have the trade and you bring in the Caleb, who's the top quarterback prospect in the last 20 years. It only leads to speculation, only leads to excitement, it only leads to anticipation for this team, because this team was just trending in the right direction. Right? Then they added Keenan Allen in the offseason. They drafted Rome Odunze. Now people they're looking at it like, wow, the Bears might have for the first time since 2013, they have a legitimate offense back with Cutler, Forte, Marshall, Jeffrey, Martellus Bennett. All right, back with those guys. This team has a chance to be more potent than that team, and that is crazy. And people are excited. The NFL is excited. Chicago's excited, but I think the NFL is excited because John Madden said it best, man. He said the NFL is just better when the Bears are good.
Yeah. Yeah, and just even I think the brand of football that we're about to see, right? The style, it's like we're finally catching up to the times, because we've always kind of been known for running backs and defense, right? A strong run game of defense, but the league now, passing league, like I said, we've never had a 4,000-yard passer, which is crazy. Seeing how the NFL
we ran a forward pass,
has it's crazy seeing how the NFL over the last 10 years has transitioned. Like, the 4,000 is the norm. You know what I mean? It's kind of the norm, but 3,000 was the mark for a long time. Now, like 4,000, and pretty soon I think it's going to be 5,000. Like
5,000 will be the mark, and it's shortly because of the fact that it's a passing league, and you add in games, and they're trying to add an 18th game because I think they want to get to 20. Personally, I think they want to get to 20. So 5,000 yards is going to be 4,000 is going to be the floor. Yep. 4,000 yards is going to be the floor. That's the minimum. I think 5,000 will be the standard. But you know, they want passes, they want high scoring games, they want touchdowns.
And let's be totally honest, even with this hard, getting back to the hard knocks thing, is we've never really had an exciting quarterback like with personality. Caleb seems to have a lot of personality. You know, he's doing this bear claw thing that seems to be catching on. Looks ridiculous to me, but it's cool. I mean, this young man has a lot of personality, and our quarterback position has never really been interesting like that as far as personality. You know, Justin was a little bit of aloof. He kind of was like, oh, hey,
he was very robotic. I think, he was very robotic.
And you know, Jay Cutler just
didn't give a damn.
Smoking Jay didn't care about nothing. So
I love Jay Cutler.
You know, hey, I don't remember Rex Grossman ever even talking to the media. I'm thinking back, like, when have we ever had a quarterback even this interesting with this much personality, you know, kind of flair? I mean, he's going around the city, man. And I see more people are embracing him now. More people embracing them now. So,
well, they should, you know, we are, because a lot of us are still Justin Fields fans, you know, but he's no longer the quarterback, you know, right, wrong, or indifferent, or however you feel. Mm-hmm. Right. He's no longer the quarterback here. So we can still root for him, but we still Bears fans, you know, and so we gotta rock with who's on our squad, and that's Caleb. And you know, the issue is that Caleb's talent has never been the issue. You know, that's never been the issue. I mean, you don't win a Heisman Trophy, you know, in college if you're garbage. You know, the kid's good. Okay, so everybody's embracing it. Looks, you know, unfortunately, you know, the Civil War had a lot of casualties, a lot of friendships were ruined. Okay, across the country from different people. You know, you had a lot of the meatheads. Then you had meatheads, pro Caleb, and it was a rough. It was savage. It was really, really savage. You know, and I think that here's the healing time. Like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just start. We're Bears fans. Let's root for who we got, and which is why I think there's so much hype and so much at everything. All right, the OTAs. All right, yeah. Caleb had a bad 7-on-7, and they're like, trade him, cut him, get rid of him, kill him, and throw him in the hospital. I'm like,
call him a bus.
Call him a bus. He's a bomb. I'm like, and this is with just helmets on, no pads, no nothing, not just shells, just helmets. And you know, it's our fan base can be a lot unreasonable, emotional, and meat-headed at times.
Definitely emotional, but and kudos to him, man, because this is a tough situation to come into, right? You had a fan favorite. You had a fan favorite in Justin Fields. We remember, you know, one of the last home game of the season. Crowds chanting, "We want Justin, we want Justin." The team was trending up, went from 3 wins to 7 wins, and you know, and Justin was a locker room favorite. A lot of guys really, really like Justin. So to come into this situation, and he seems to be diving in both feet, like he's coming in. He's at the Sox game, the Cubs game. You know, he's getting out here. You know, he's Bears. Like I said, a little crazy looking bear claw, all that other stuff. So you know, shout out to him, because it could have been a tough situation, you know, to really come in. And you remember when Cedric Benson came, right? Remember back with the Cedric Benson situation.
Oh, yeah.
And how he came in. Thomas Jones was a locker room favorite. The guys loved him. They bring in Cedric Benson, and it was a little bit of a, you know,
a lot of it.
yeah. They said they was trying to wreck that man in practice. Like they were really trying to take his head off in practice. So and I think it also helps with the veteran receivers, the Keenan Allens, the DJ Moores, you know, Cole Kmets, the guys. They're embracing them. You see them speaking, you know, speaking very highly of him. So this is a very tough situation to come in. So who we had? Dante, what would you like to see from the offense in the first 4 games? Sean, I'll let you take that one.
All right, well, let's look at this. The offense in the first 4 games we got. Let's look at the schedule so we can see. All right, here's the first 4 games. All right, I'm gonna take your comment down, Dante, but appreciate you chiming in, Papa. Let me get this out of the way too. All right, so you got Tennessee, Houston, Indy, LA. All right, that's the toughest stretch of that easy stretch. I think the first 10 games are easy for 10 weeks, 9 games, 10 weeks, 9 games are easy. It's an easier schedule. I think we should. Personally. I think Indy is the wild card. Okay, Indy is the wild card, and here's why: we don't know what Richardson can do. Is he going to start from scratch, or is he going to be like a Patrick Mahomes type, who sat pretty much all of his rookie year? Just got in a couple games when Alex Smith, and then came in and took off. All right, he was injured last year, so now he has to look at that game differently. He's looking at the games from a coach's perspective, because all I can do is watch and give his suggestions to the quarterback room and the offensive meeting room, and that helps you develop mentally faster. So how's Anthony Richardson going to be? That's the thing. I think we can get Tennessee in the first. You said first 4 games. I think 2-2 or 3-1. I think the best. I think we might that Sunday night game in Houston. That's Sunday night game, week number 2. I think that could be I think for sure that's going to be a loss for us. But Tennessee, Indy, and LA, I think we can get those. Maybe not get LA and end up 2-2. But that's what I'm thinking. No worse than 2-2 in the first 4 games. No worse than 2-2. Is that what you meant, Dante?
Well, I think
no. What I'd like to see from the offense. Okay,
yeah, from the offense.
From the offense, I want to see a good ground game. Mm-hmm. Okay, I want to see them establish a run. If you establish a run, the game over. Then that's season over. Because this is if we're able to establish the ground game with all the weapons we have in the past, it's going to be great. I want to see him establish the ground game big time. I want to see Caleb start to work and get the short game to the intermediate game. Okay, get that down pat. Get it automatic. Give me some slants. Give me some hitches. Give me some deep ins. Give me some 5 and outs. All right, give me some curls. All those things I want to see him. I want to see him be able to step up in a pocket, which he did in college. Okay, but the speed, he's going to have to get adjusted to that. The speed. So I want to see them really pound the ball on the ground. All right, for the first 4 games, and I want to see a lot of. We're going to take shots. Don't get me wrong. There's going to be a situation where you take shots, but I want to see him really, really, really shore up and really make it almost automatic for that the short to intermediate passing game, because if you can do that, man, the training wheels will come off early.
And to add to that, you remember you have like DJ Moore, who's great yards after catch, great yards after catch guy. And to answer Dante's question, I want to see balance, a balanced attack. You know what I mean? I want to see a lot of Swift and Herbert and everybody. Hey, Mr. SmokeFella just joined us. What up, Bean?
What up? What up?
We talking Bears OTAs, man. We just
I've been listening.
Yeah,
I've been listening.
We chatting on that. So yeah, for the I want to see balanced attack. I think the worst thing you could possibly do is kind of get excited about your shiny new toy and try to come out and unleash them just like 30, 40 passes a game. I definitely don't want to see that. But I'm expecting a balanced attack, a lot of Swift, a lot of Khalil Herbert. I want to, like you said, the short passes, please not the screen game. Oh Lord, Shane Waldron, please don't.
No.
And if I see another wide receiver screen, I think I'm gonna break my TV screen. I'm so sick of that. Yeah, what up?
I know you said you don't want to be all excited about the shiny new toy, but you get a new toy.
I know.
Pause. You got to play with it. You got to play with it.
I know.
You got to play with it. So just don't just sit them in the background.
Yeah.
You like I say, you got to play with it. You got to have Batman swinging from the tree and Robin the same. Rob, you gotta mix it all in there, man. Don't just have them in the background, man, because there's too much hype around this.
That's why I was saying a balanced attack, like really balanced attack. 'Cause I think the run game is gonna be good. I think the run.
I'm even more okay if it's a little skewed and you go a little more run. I'm okay with that. All right, because the one thing I really want them with the 12 and 13 personnel, or if you go 22 personnel, let teams know we're running. All right, let teams know that. And you talked about the culture, the identity, like the new culture. Like it's gonna be. I want them to let people know, like when it's 3rd and 1, we're not throwing a wide receiver screen. We're not doing a quarterback tush push. All right, we're coming out to punch you in the. Give me 2 tight ends. Give me one. Give me a guy, a 3rd tight end if you have to, an offensive lineman. Okay, report is eligible. Put him in motion. He leads the way behind a fullback, behind DeAndre Swift, or behind Rashawn Johnson or Khalil Herbert. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I want to see early on, because what that does is that sends a message to the rest of the NFL, like, oh snap! All right, this is a much more physical team than we've seen in the last 3 to 5 years in the Chicago Bears. You know, and that's what I want to say. I'd be more than happy if it's skewed a little more, say 55-45 or even 60-40 run. Okay, just to let people know, because that you know as well as I do. You start running, when you're able to run the ball, man, that opens up everything. And that short, quick pass game, the short game, the intermediate game is going to be a lot more wide open for Caleb, and that's where we're going to hurt people.
And so we got a few comments. Deion Buford, thanks for chiming in, Deion. Great defense, and if we win the turnover battle, could be 4-0.
We could. Well, Houston's going to be the toughest game in that stretch.
It's not out the realm of possibility.
No, it's not. No, it's not at all.
Isaac Lefty. We're gonna bring in KDL because he in the background. You know, that vein forming in the back of his head. He's real upset about right now. So I think y'all put him in timeout or something. I'm just assuming. I'm assuming he in timeout. So
no,
well, we can't call him Kyrie no more.
I've actually been listening to the whole conversation. I was here before Ben. Y'all didn't let me in. Number one. Number two, all this 4-0 talk, just leave me out. Go ahead.
You just said it's possible. Nobody's predicting.
Just leave me out. Go ahead.
Right.
Oh, now you
go. Did you say take me out?
You gonna slide me? Hey. Oh, okay. All right. But go ahead, man.
That's funny.
Y'all fans, y'all optimistic. Y'all fans, man. I get it. I get it. Y'all know damn well y'all ain't been to Houston. Now, the Indy game is questionable. Don't act like y'all just gonna blow through Indy like Indy is nothing. That's questionable. This, I keep telling y'all, it looks good on paper.
Stop it.
It has to play out on the field. If the man is throwing interceptions with no defense, what the hell is he going to do with defense?
Well, hold on.
It has to play out, man. I get it. It's been since
y'all had him in time.
1985. I get it. I get it.
Well,
I get it.
We went to the Super Bowl in 06, 07, whatever.
Well, you went to the Super Bowl. Okay.
Stop talking about 85.
But that's the last time you won it.
Yeah,
that's the last time you won it. When people was in stonewash and damaged and used jeans and shit. But that's neither here nor there.
You're gonna go to the fashion.
I said it could go 2 and 2 and 2.
I was winning 85. But look, man,
it could be 2 and 2 and 4-0. It could be anything in between. Unlike Houston's gonna be the toughest matchup in that first 4. It's gonna be the toughest matchup in that first 4 segment. Houston, and the reason why is because Bobby Slowick's still gonna be there. I thought Bobby Slowick was gonna get another gig. He decided to stay. So now you got another year with him and CJ Stroud together. I think that's going to be a tough one. But then again, we still got a great defense.
And they just signed a wide receiver. They gave him money too. Look, man, y'all got, so who is it? Indy.
First is Tennessee.
Tennessee.
No, it's
Tennessee. Indy. Tennessee. I'm sorry, at home. Then we're on the road at Houston. Then we're on the road at Indy, and then we're back home
for the Rams.
The Rams.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So the Rams ain't no pushover.
No, not at all.
No.
Okay. Indy ain't guaranteed. Indy, I keep telling y'all, Indy ain't guaranteed.
No, none of the games are guaranteed.
Well, let's stop with the undefeated.
Nothing. We just saying, Kev. I always saying, is this a possibility? But real quick, before you take over, I wanted the focus on the struggles of Caleb Williams the first week of OTA. So my perspective was a little different than a lot of people. I would have been more worried if this rookie quarterback in a new offense came out and just shredded the defense. If he just came out and killed the defense, I would be a little more worried. People keep forgetting how good this Bears defense is going to be. It was at the end of last year one of the best secondaries. They got him ranked as one of the top secondaries in the league. So he should struggle. But everybody, like you said, everybody else was making a big deal out of it because he was throwing picks. Yeah, he should be throwing picks. First of all, adjusting to the game and going up against a good defense. Now, they said he had a better second week OTAs. They said he did a
yesterday.
lot.
They said it was really good. He only had 1 incompletion out of 15 passes.
Yeah, and they said that was a pass interference. So I think people looked at it like, oh, like you said, he's going to be a bust. It's a problem. Oh, they should have kept Justin and this, that, and other. You're going up against a top defense, which is only going to make him better. He's going up against one of the best secondaries in the league. That's only going to make this. That's preparing him for what's coming during the season. So, go ahead, Ben.
I'm not on that bust stuff.
I kind of like this. Hey, Kevo, I kind of like this where I'm just on the panel and not having the host. So you go ahead to the top of the hour, baby. Keep it going.
All right, well, keep it rolling.
And you know what? I hate to
no,
cut
I'm
you
not.
off, kid,
hey, man, I know y'all expect me to be a hater. I'm not. All I'm saying is I listened to the entire conversation because y'all didn't let me in. I listened to the entire conversation. I'm not on this 4-0 bandwagon, but I'm also not on the bust because he threw 7 interceptions or whatever bandwagon either. Like, I'm not on that. I ain't a bust and all that. House start posting stuff about him being a bust. Look what I told you. I ain't on that. I ain't on that because the boy can play. He's in a perfect opportunity for any rookie that ever walked into the National Football League.
Record that, Sean.
But what I kept saying, and I keep saying, it looks good on paper. It has to translate on the field. And y'all got to let Caleb have his moments. I'm going to compare Caitlin Clark to this. Follow me. As a college player, she's one of the best. She got her way, all that, right? When she stepped in the league, they being physical with her. She got to bring out her ability, right? They roughing her up, all that. Flagrant fouling her, all kind of stuff. She has the, as the money say, toughen up buttercup.
There it
right?
is.
Okay. Caleb Williams going to have to do the same thing. He's going to have to realize that defenses, these big dudes are fast. I got to get rid of this ball. I got to adjust. This ain't USC. It ain't all about me. They ain't going to look out for me. You got to adjust to the league. And you're the #1 pick. So they're going to come after you.
All eyes on you.
All eyes on you. So they're going to come after you, bro. These big boys fast. They really that fast. So you got to adjust and not hold the ball. You got to adjust. You have to give him time to do that. So he ain't going to come out throwing 5 touchdowns because he got DJ Moore and Keenan Allen and Swift and all. He has to adjust to the league, man. You have to allow him to do that. Now you got 18 games?
I'm going to say this, man. Lefty, I normally don't agree with you because that's really a bad look.
You say that every week, but go ahead.
I don't. That's like once a month. Once a month, because I always say you got one a month.
You know these shows are recorded, right?
We're going to have to go back to the tape. Hey, as they say, the tape never lies.
Tape don't
like
lie.
Our boys. Like our boys. The tape never lies. But Lefty, you're right, man. If he would have came in and shredded the defense, we got a real big problem with the defensive side. But like you said, at the end of the season, we got one of the top rated defenses, and that's the way it should. They should be beating up on them. They should be making it hard for them because, as they said, it's gonna make you better during the season. You know, Lefty, how I used to kill you in practice, that made you could guard anybody after you had to guard me. It is what it is.
I love these delusional memories that you have of our basketball.
Man,
time
you know,
together,
you get a 50.
So he guarded a dude that shot 50 times a game. That made him better.
Hey.
Hey,
he get a 50 piece in practice, and then he can go out and then shut somebody down.
Hey,
it is what it is.
I definitely had to move my feet a lot. Trust me. Trust me. It wasn't no resting guarding him because he was. And the ball was going up.
Lefty. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you, Lefty.
My hat?
Yeah, happy birthday.
Hey, well, listen, I disagree with you a little bit, Kev, and here's why. I agree with the premise of it, But for Caitlin Clark, it was a lot different. All right, because in a span of 4 weeks, she went from NCAA championship game to the draft to minicamp. All right, she has no. They're literally on fumes. Okay?
That's true. That's true.
These girls have been. These other girls have been. First of all, they're professional. They're older. They're stronger.
And they've been waiting on them.
And you're damn right. They've been waiting on her. I think Caleb has a much better situation because of.
They waiting on him too, though, Sean.
Huh?
Hey, kid.
They waiting on him.
This is what they did to Caitlin.
But here's the thing with Caleb. We forget Caleb has had access to this playbook before he was drafted. Okay, his quarterback coach and Shane Waldron were friends, so he got a lot of the small stuff. We saw the Dan Orlovsky things and all the things that you have to learn as a quarterback from just cadence alone, then the personnel situation and all this stuff that you have to learn. Well, he didn't have to learn that in OTAs. Right? He learned that already. Okay. Then don't forget, we also have the Hall of Fame game, which means they get to start practicing earlier before that game.
Yep.
So there's a lot of advantages for Caleb. So he's gonna get acclimated to the league a little sooner than a Caitlin Clark because she has no offseason. So don't get me wrong, I still think they're gonna come out. They're gonna come after him, but I think he's got a much better situation because of the fact that he's had more than an extended amount of time with that playbook, with OTAs, practice because of the Hall of Fame game, and the weapons they have around him. Caitlin Clark went to a crap team. That's what
I was Sean. I was right. I was gonna follow you up with that. The Fever were number 1 overall for a reason.
Twice in a row. And they didn't do her no favors. They didn't do her no favors by putting her against the top teams in her first 5 games on national TV.
Yeah, that was bad.
They didn't do that. They didn't do her no favors either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they screwed her over on that one big time. Those are the top 2 defensive teams from last year. Like, come on, man.
Right.
They
and then you got people like Sly. Come on. Oh, see, I told you she's nothing. Look, she didn't do nothing in those first.
Connecticut is one of the top defensive teams in the league. They played them twice.
Yep.
Come on, man. Yeah. The 2 top defensive teams. As a matter of fact,
and they played the Liberty.
The 2 teams that went to the chip last year was on the schedule with the first 2 games.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah, but I think
WNBA should have done her a service because just think, imagine they put Caitlin against one of the worst teams beside her team. Okay, the second worst team. All right, and she drops 50. She drops 35. Doesn't even go crazy. She drops 35.
But she dropped 30 in one of them.
You know how much more hype she gets? You know how much more hype? Like, oh, damn, she went right from and then people say, man, just from 4 weeks, she went from the NCAA championship game to draft to training camp, and boom, she dropped 35 in her first game. You know what I mean? All of a sudden,
she dropped 30 in one of them, though.
And they don't get blown out. that don't help either. Getting blown out, but getting back to Caleb though, I think like you said, so the situation is perfect. That's why we were saying when the question was asked earlier, what do we expect from the offense in the first 4 games? You know, run game and defense to have this supporting cast that he has is unheard of. Man, it's a 7-win team. The Bears weren't a true number 1 overall pick team. They got it via the trade because Carolina sucks. So that I think that's going to help them. And like we were talking about, going up against one of the top defenses every day in practice, that's going to help them. You know, and I know Eberflus, he has them practicing hard. They practice hard. It's not
Can I give y'all a comparison a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
The Green Bay quarterback sat how many years?
3.
Jordan Love sat 3 years. Yep.
Sat 3 years. His first half of the season sucked. They were calling him a bust.
It wasn't.
They were calling him a bust.
It wasn't.
He wasn't ready. All that. The second half of the season, he got it. Something clicked, and he got it. Balled out. Green Bay got hot, went into the playoffs. So if he sat 3 years, and his first, say, 6 games were bad, and people were calling him a bust, he sat 3 years, ain't ready. What do you think the adjustment Caleb Williams has to make? He ain't sitting 3 years. He coming right in as the starting quarterback.
You're looking at the difference in talent too, though. Jordan Love was number 24, 25 pick. He was.
I get it, but he sat 3 years and he sat behind a Hall of Fame quarterback.
Right.
This man is coming in right off the bat as the starting quarterback for the Chicago Bears. If you think it ain't gonna be an adjustment period, like you Bears fans gonna be mad the first half of the season.
Okay.
And here's why. He's gonna go through his adjustment period.
I don't think so.
Can I come back?
And y'all gonna be ready for him to jump on and explode. And you're gonna lose some games that y'all counting as wins, which I keep telling y'all, stop this 4-0 stuff. He gotta adjust as a rookie, man. This ain't USC. These boys are fast. These boys are big. He has to adjust.
Kev. I got to call BS on.
Well, I'm gonna let y'all live y'all fantasy. I'm gonna let y'all live y'all fantasy.
On your analogy,
y'all ain't listening to me, but go ahead.
There's a difference in talent, and yes, you are absolutely correct. It's an adjustment period. Now, Jordan Love shouldn't have had an adjustment period because he was in that number 2 spot for 3 years.
Same system, same play caller.
Same system, nothing changed. 3 years, he should have stepped right in and done better. I won't call him a bust in his first half of the season. He just struggled for it to click on. Now, when it comes
what makes you think Caleb Williams won't struggle?
When it comes to Caleb, I'm not saying that he's not going to struggle. Difference of talent and difference of what is around him.
Let's not forget.
But he has to play himself. It ain't about he set up tonight.
Romeo Dobbs were second-year players. All right, Jaden Reed was a first-year player. So
Green Bay was young. I agree, sir.
Right. You got to look at all those intangibles.
You got 4 legitimate receivers, veterans. You got DJ Moore, you got Keenan Allen, you got Cole Kmet, and you have the other Walker. I want to say
Gerald Everett.
Everett. I don't know why I keep forgetting that dude's name. Everett. So you have 4.
But he still has to adjust himself. You got veterans around you that can help you.
That have done this before, and if the veterans are kind of, as they say, schooling you, and they've been doing this, they can help you out doing practice.
They can catch the ball to you and bail you out.
In-game situations, they can go to you and say, "Hey, this is what I'm going to do, man. Look me up, hit me."
Okay. They can bail you out and catch passes. That's a ride. I get it because they're veterans. They can bail you out. They can come back to the ball. They know they can read. They can see what the defense is doing, and they can adjust and say, "Come to me." You still have to be able to get rid of the ball and read the defense.
But it's
gonna be an adjustment for him, man. To think he's coming out the box and y'all 4-0 and all that. Stop.
But Cam,
Jordan Love had to adjust 3 years. What do you think a rookie in the National Football League is going to have to do?
You said you've been listening to the show, but that's what we were saying. That's why when the question came up about what do we expect the first 4 games, like we say, don't expect him to come out and throw for 300-400 yards a game. Like that's what we were talking about. Lean on the defense and the running game. And what's Sean's favorite line? Coaching matters. Coaching matters. Shane Waldron should know he's not going to try to come out and unleash him to the world. Yeah, definitely.
Hey, did you see? You see my new name?
Yeah,
the Silverback.
I got it.
Silverback.
Isaac, the Silverback.
Isaac, Silverback, baby.
Hey, Devontae's like, he goes, we gave you a new name, we gave you a new birthday, I'm giving you a new nickname. I'm like,
you got a happy birthday, Sean. My bad. Happy birthday.
You got a whole new identity, Sean. You got a whole new
happy birthday, Isaac,
right?
Isaac. My bad. Happy birthday, Isaac.
Sean's birthday is later in the year.
Hey, shameless plug. Today is June 1st, right?
Yes, it is.
Cue up Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Hey, Lefty, it's our birthday month.
That's right. It's coming, baby. Cancer season is coming.
Y'all don't even celebrate y'all whole season. Get
Gemini's just warming it up. They just
just because you celebrate from Thanksgiving,
I celebrate my season, sir.
You celebrate
your season is 8 months, bro.
You celebrate before Jesus' birthday. You gonna put yourself before Jesus?
That was the younger me. The older me, I celebrate my season only. So the day of my season to the end.
So the 8 month thing over with.
Yeah, it's over. I'm older now.
For 5 years, I didn't know your actual birthday
at all.
So now is it just a month? Just the Gemini? What sign are you?
Capricorn, baby.
So now it's just a Capricorn season from
just a season, Sean. Just a season.
Okay.
Day one.
When I first met
Day
him,
one.
bro, I didn't know when his birthday was because it's like, man,
We
as
did
soon
like
as the
10,
fall hit, he started partying for his birthday.
we did 10,000 toasts. KS had so many toasts. I was like, when is his birthday for real?
Hey, Sean,
When it
I
popped
was
up
in
on Facebook, I
Arizona.
was shocked.
I was in Arizona or Vegas, and my actual birthday hit. And they posted on my page like, today your actual?
Right. Right.
That's what we've been doing the last 3 weeks.
Exactly.
Getting ready.
Right, warming it
Right.
up. Warming it up, Paul. So, hey, so speaking of June 1st, hey, the June 1st cuts coming.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
The cuts are coming.
Yes, sir.
It's some big names. They got on.
So
the
let's
possible
see.
cut
Let's see
list.
what happens.
Let's see what happens.
Basically this is a second wave of free agency.
Yep. Yeah.
Hey,
So you guys think that here's what Ryan Pohl's going to go grab that?
Free Daniel Jones. Free Daniel
Good.
Jones.
Goodbye.
You think they're gonna be able? This is where Ryan Poles may get another
Mm-hmm.
defensive end for the year. See, that's depending on who's cut.
Absolutely.
It might depend on how much money the dude want.
They got a list of names on the board, and if they appear on there, they're gonna be like, Come on.
So what do you do? What do you do if you're the Bears? Like, do you go after the best one, or do you sit and wait? Because the longer you wait and the more you get to training, the closer you get to training camp, that price comes down because these NFL players got a lifestyle they got to lead. Mama got new shoes, she got to buy. New purses, she got to buy. And at some point, like, all right, I was asking for 10, I might take 6 now, or I might take 5.
Sean, that's a hell of a question because if you wait, you could lose on that top one.
Bingo.
But then if you wait, you saving money. So it depends on who that player is if you're gonna wait or not. Because
in the NFL, you always leave a roster spot open for injury.
That is true. But the thing is,
at any position.
Next year's edge draft is really, really deep. So you may only need to get a guy for a year, sign him for 2 years or whatever, but really need him for a year. So you don't need the top free agent. You think maybe get like a mediocre, above average if they're available.
Well, I mean, you got to think of it like this. I think agents and everybody know you can't expect a huge payday because a lot of teams already spent most of their cap.
Right, they just cut you.
Right. They spent most of their cap. Now the Bears got Yannick late. Remember, they picked up Yannick late last year. Like it was almost like a week before camp, wasn't it? But it was like a week before camp when they signed him or something like that.
This is my feeling and my suggestion. I don't think they should wait because you're looking for continuity, building that team, and you don't want somebody to come in later on in this preseason and then you got to get him up to speed. He got to gel. I say we go ahead, pull the trigger on whoever that person is. Don't know if he the top, don't know if he mid, whatever he is, pull the trigger so now that he can get continuity with that defense and kind of fit and we go rolling into the season. That's just my thought.
Okay, so as far as the Bears, is it a need, or you just doing it because you can?
It's a need. I think you need
someone. You need to double up.
For an end?
You need to double up. You need to give Sweat some breathing because he's gonna draw the double. Right now, if game started today, he's drawing a double. So you need somebody on the other side
that can take advantage of it.
That can take advantage of it.
Yeah, definitely can take advantage of it. And I think you're really looking more for a pass rush specialist because you got like Javon Walker he's the other end right now. He plays
two.
He plays the run pretty good. That's 2.
You shoot your wide early. It's just the first, man.
No Diddy. But dog, so he has I think you just like a pure pass rusher, like a pure, like you don't have to, maybe just a third down specialist, like when Mark Anderson used to be with the Bears.
So who's the dude on the other side now?
Javon Walker.
Yeah,
Javon Walker. He had about
he's not good enough in your eyes.
Well, he's good against the run. I think he only had like 5 sacks. I think if that. Like he's not his pass rush ain't his strength. Put it like that. But he's good against the run.
But depending on what he worked on this offseason,
that's true.
That could change. He could be that X factor, and people are like, oh, we only worried about him on the run, and then he surprised you, and now he got 9-10 sacks on the season. You like, whoa.
Yeah.
The reason I'm asking is because I asked, was it a need for pass rusher? Y'all said it was. So now I'm asking, is dude good enough on the other side of Sweat to maintain that you may be able to hold off on a pass rusher for next year?
On his off-season work. Depending on his off-season work, Kev.
Yeah,
I'm sure that they was been working with him on his footwork.
Well, everybody working off season. That ain't, you know what I mean? Like everybody
that
working
ain't
off
true.
season.
That ain't true. Some people just raw talent, and that's what they rolling with.
Also, if you got the money, to spend, and like Sean was saying earlier, like a 1-2 year deal, because you got that rookie Austin Booker, you know, that'll give him time to develop. So yeah, if you got the money to spend, why not? I don't think you got to hold out and just leave Javon Walker over there. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's definitely a need.
Well, Lefty, we at the top of the hour, man. I mean, if you want to keep rolling, then you can.
No, it's on you.
No, we could stop talking about the Bears. There's more things going on in the world. Move on.
It's on you.
Top of the hour.
It's on
Lefty
you. Whack,
has relinquished.
Whack Kellerman.
Well, okay now.
That's for calling me Skip Hairless. You've been calling me Skip Hairless for a while now.
You know, your hat game has got amazing lately because
man. You gotta keep the head protected, man. The sun is not good.
Your birthday coming up, I'm gonna get you that little tool that you can shave your head so you stop using that Nair. But that's neither here nor there.
I don't use Nair first of all. And I was actually gonna try that. That looked kind of dope though. That little rub thing, that looked kind of dope.
Yeah. Hey, Kev, keep it 100, man. We was in Houston, right? He got up early. I hear him moving around. So I get up and I walk around. And this dude in the bathroom, he got one leg up on the toilet and he's shaving. And I look on the sink and it's the pink bottle in there. And he kind of tried to knock it off into the sink so I ain't see it.
Oh,
so
that's
I'm
right.
Like, bro, what you doing?
Walker. My bad, Andy. You're right. DeMarcus
Walker. What you doing?
But why is his leg up though?
Yeah, I don't know.
What does that do? I got to balance or something to shave my head.
I told him the first thing I said to him, Kev, was pause.
First of all, why are you walking past the bathroom while I'm in it? First and foremost, let's start there.
First of all, why you had the door open was amazing.
No Diddy, but I'm just saying. And it's all right,
hey, he was trying to get into it, Kev. He needed leverage.
I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, right. I'm trying to figure out why the leg was up.
I don't know either, Kev. I don't know what that's about. I have no idea.
Thought he was alone in his room singing LL.
But no, I stand corrected. DeMarcus Walker is DeMarcus, not Javon Walker. DeMarcus Walker, the other DN.
And Kevin, all right, you right. There's other things going on, man. It's the NBA. Now, the one poor thing right now, we about to go about 5 days without no NBA.
That's to Thursday. You're right.
Man, bro, we about to feel it. But
it'll be here before we know it.
That's good for the WNBA and everything else that's going on. You know,
good point. That's a good point.
Now,
all the way to Thursday,
guys, Dante, you know, Dion, how I do. I kind of throw some things out to the fellas, man. A question, whatever, make their mind think. Well, answer a more difficult question. So before we start talking about the NBA playoffs, just one general question: who would you start your franchise off with? It ain't no, man, that's a tough. It's only 2 names I'm giving y'all today. Who you going to start your NBA franchise off with if you were GM? And Kev, I want you to go first on this one. Are you going to start your franchise off with Kyrie Irving or Allen Iverson? Go.
In today's NBA, so we ain't shit. We the number 1 pick in the draft.
Number 1 pick in the draft.
Is that what we doing?
Yep.
I'm gonna go AI.
Why is that?
I'm gonna go AI. I'm gonna go AI because he's more of a superstar than Kyrie is. I don't know when Kyrie's sister's birthday is. I don't know when Kyrie is gonna stand for. Hey man, look.
Let that go, man.
Hey man, look.
Come on,
you never know. He's on his best behavior right now He's focused on winning the championship. He's good with being second fiddle, which he wasn't with LeBron. He's matured. I give him all the credit in the world. But if you're going to ask me who I'm starting my franchise with, who I can trust, I can get over the partying.
Hey, everybody,
get over the, hanging out late, and get over all that. I'm gonna go with a superstar. Basically, because I'm not gonna put this on ability. Basically, that I can trust, and I trust Iverson over Kyrie. Carry on.
All right, Lefty, where you going? And then I'll give you mine.
Today's NBA, I think with the rules and how the 3-pointer is so relevant, I would go Kyrie. I would go Kyrie, and that's only because of the style of ball being played. Iverson was
what up, DY?
Iverson was a great scorer, but not a great shooter. I agree with Kev though on the superstar thing. I think Iverson had carried that, probably carries that a little better than Kyrie does. But yeah, if I'm starting, I gotta look at shooting matters, man, and as great of a scorer as Iverson was, no one's ever accused him of being a great shooter. Kyrie could shoot that thing. I mean, he could do it all, but
shoot.
Yeah, for shooting purpose, I got to go with Kyrie.
Okay.
So who gonna bring? Now let's talk business.
Hold on. I'm gonna give my answer. Let me give my answer.
Oh, my fault.
That. Now I get what you're saying. Trust factor. I get what you're saying in shooting. Now how I broke it down. Kyrie, amazing with the ball, amazing with finishing around the bucket. Get you. He 37% from 3, AI 31. Now, let's look at who Kyrie had. Right? He wasn't solo. AI had Eric Snow. Let's see. Derek Coleman was one of the biggest names. What's his name from St. Louis? Larry Hughes. I mean, those are the biggest names that he has ever had.
George from North Carolina. George,
right?
George Lynch.
George Lynch.
Yeah, George Lynch. Those are the players that he had. So we ain't double teaming them other players. We double teaming you, AI, and he
still averaged 30.
He was still averaging 30. So I'm gonna go AI all day long.
And
because in today's NBA, he giving buckets.
I mean, too, but you also got the zone that's playing a big factor now. That's why that's why the shooting is more relevant now, because you can crowd the lane. Now, like I said, now if we talking back when AI came in the league, AI
who was in the hand checking era,
right? And AI all day. AI all day. If we going that way,
I
just can't based off today's game.
Bigger than him. Everybody was much bigger than him, and he was given the business.
Oh, yeah.
And hey, he rocked Michael Jordan. He rocked Scottie Pippen. He destroyed poor Luau. He hit Fisher so hard. Fisher went from the 3-point line all the way to the baseline. He fell back so hard. So I mean, but Kyrie had some of his. He had some moments, and his around the rim when you get him driving to the bucket going downhill. I mean, it's amazing.
And here's another thing. Here's another thing, y'all. We've seen Kyrie in the lead dog spot, so to speak. He was the lead dog in Cleveland
before LeBron. Yeah,
he was the lead dog in Boston because he was older. Disasters. It's him being the lead dog. So if you're gonna ask me what franchise, I mean the starter franchise, I gotta go with AI. More trustworthy to me. That's the bottom line to me, is he's more trustworthy. That's we seen Kyrie as the lead dog before, and it never worked out. Is he more mature now that he's playing with Luka? He's accepting the second role that he never wanted to accept with LeBron. Yes, he's more mature now. I get it, but I'll never trust him to be the number one dude on the team ever. And no organization should.
Hey, Kev won't get rid of the birthday party.
No, I'm not going to get rid of the birthday party. God forbid there's ever another COVID epidemic. You already know where he rolling. I ain't doing that. I'm gonna play on road games. You already know. So you can't trust man. Come on. Kyrie can snap off at any moment. Y'all know that. Congratulations on his maturity right now. He's focused on winning the championship. Congrats, brother. Do your thing. Love watching you play.
Yeah, but I'm basing it off Kyrie now, like today's Kyrie, not Brooklyn, Boston, Cleveland Kyrie. If we based it off today's Kyrie, I mean, hey man, the dude focused.
He's focused today.
Dude is focused. That's what I'm saying. I'm basing it off today's Kyrie. Dude is man. You got to give him his props. And
I do.
I won't take nothing away from him.
I do.
Today's Kyrie is a monster.
Yeah. And I think we can all get a little crow fried hard because none of us thought that him and Luka thing would work. Nobody thought him and Luka would work.
Well, that's
Jay Grizz, come on next week. I'm gonna match somebody up really good against D Rose. Let's see what you think.
Okay.
So he's saying he'll take. So Jay Grizz, you'll take D Rose to start a franchise over Kyrie and AI to start a franchise.
It's a debate.
Debate,
man. It's a debate.
Rose hit the league. When D Rose hit the league, it was up here, baby. So you can't take nothing. Everybody, when you say D Rose, everybody want to be like, oh man, if he didn't have them injuries. And take the injuries away. What he did in that period of time.
And don't forget that rookie season.
Jesus.
Man. His rookie season is all-time great. As far as a guy having a rookie season, one of the all-time greats.
Definitely.
Yeah, so all right, NBA playoffs, man. The Celtics, they murdered the Pacers. I think when the Pacers lost that first game 1 in overtime, that was a nail in the coffin for them because they really never responded back. And then when Halliburton went out, it's pretty much over with. Pretty much over here. They made it interesting until the fourth quarter. And what happened in the fourth quarter? You heard that slapping sound. Pause.
Hey man, every game, like you say murder. Now it was a sweep. If you want to, just because of the sweep.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say murder.
But those games, man, those were
check the fourth quarter
games.
Check the fourth quarter on all 4 of them games.
I ain't gonna say murder.
I ain't gonna say
Indiana turned the ball over within the last 5 minutes, damn near every game.
Yep.
Just turn the ball over for God knows why. So it's kind of like, I know we ain't talking about this, but it's kind of like Minnesota. Minnesota led in every single game with 5 minutes left. Check the numbers.
Yeah.
And some kind of way lost it.
We ain't got to that yet.
You can say they lost, but if you watch the games, they really blew the games in the last 5 minutes. Indiana did the same thing. And Boston just took it and won it.
And on paper, yeah, we expected Boston to murder them on paper. Like you looking at it. But hey man, shout out to the Pacers, man. Even with Halliburton out, they played their ass off. They
went as far as they could. You know what I mean?
But that's when we talk about youth. That in the closing moments and those closeouts, those last 5 minutes, that's when the youth kicked in. They got young. They got wild. And Boston took advantage of it, man.
And I kind of want to go back and give Halliburton, since we was off last week, I do want to give Halliburton a shout out after he beat the Knicks and he was at the press conference. Did you see the T-shirt the dude had on? Mm-hmm. The dude had on the Reggie Miller choke hoodie. He had on a hoodie with the choke. That was classic, man. Petty is real.
And then went out and got swept.
Right. Right. I don't even know what his injury was.
Hamstring.
I don't know.
Hamstring.
Okay. All right. Hamstring. But did you see him on the bench running down the baseline cheering? You got a hamstring, bro.
Yeah.
How you running and jumping up like he was doing a lot.
You can do that with a hamstring.
No, you can't run with a hamstring.
It's the lateral movement that was that he.
Did you say Anunoby tried to run up down the court and he wasn't healthy yet? Did you see that?
He
played the first 5 minutes of the game. The boy couldn't even run up down the court.
He shouldn't have played.
He shouldn't have played.
At all. He wasn't ready.
Hey, Kev, you like to give comparisons. It's like if Lefty say his sciatica messing up, what he do at the shop? He sits down. You don't see him moving.
Why you bring my sciatica into it, man? Like,
What?
why did you bring my sciatica into it?
Hey man,
So
I
you
missed
real,
y'all. Y'all
you
was in
real,
Houston, man. Y'all left me here. So
you was
be
real
working.
disrespectful today, man. What's going on with
hey
you, man?
man, I'm giving the fans what they want. Commentary.
But man, look, has Boston been is this one of the luckiest
Man,
playoff runs ever? To
no, because y'all
Jimmy,
say the same thing about Golden State a couple years back when players was getting
no,
hurt and they said,
no,
oh, they had an
No,
easy
they didn't run into
no,
injuries like Boston ran into straight injuries. The Knicks, Pacers,
the Heat,
Miami, like
Jimmy, but
Boston ran. Boston had a good road, dog.
they top dudes went out. I mean,
Right,
they top guys went
right.
out, man. That's hard.
Hey,
Even if they would have
somebody,
played the Knicks, they'd have ran into injuries.
Yeah.
somebody was in
So
the
Boston
200,
had a
200
good way to get there, dog. You gotta. I'm not saying they still gotta go out and win the games, but I think they're gonna get tested against Dallas because they got them two dudes, right? But I know I'm jumping the gun because you're probably gonna ask this a little later. If Boston does not win the championship this year, what do? Because you ain't got it no better than this year. You got home court advantage. You got Porzingis coming back. And yeah, Dallas is good. I originally said whoever win the West was going to win the championship. I originally said that. But I didn't think it was going to be Dallas. So
Okay.
I don't put Luka and Kyrie down because they're capable of anything. You got 2 30-point scores on any given night. But I think Boston overall has the best team, depth-wise. And if you don't win it this year, I don't know what you do. Because you're going to give Tatum damn near $400 million. You can't pay nobody else. So you either stuck with the squad or you're going to start trading away pieces. So if you don't win it this year, then what, Boston? Then what? What are we talking about?
Well, Kev. One thing I'm going to kind of disagree with you on is when you look at Boston's depth, they really ain't got none, bro.
They ain't got none.
Not when you look across. Not when you look across at the other squad. Boston's bench ain't that great, man.
Huh?
Nah, I disagree.
Okay, name me.
So go down Dallas's bench. Go down
Name,
Dallas's bench.
no,
Please,
name me
please,
key factors off of Boston's bench that have been a factor.
please explain me to this. Go down Dallas bench. Tell me what the depth's at.
I asked you first. Where's the depth on
Oh,
Boston?
you tell me. You making a statement.
I'm just saying.
So you tell
I need
me.
you to prove
Apparently
me
you know
wrong.
something I
Okay,
don't.
you got Al Horford, right? You got Pritchard.
They pretty good. Them ain't big names, but they do their thing.
So tell me who else after that.
Mm-hmm.
You can't. You can't.
They got, I don't know his name, but they got the dude that come off the tall dude come off shoot the threes. Start with an H.
Sam Hauser.
Hauser. You got Hauser come off shoot the threes.
Okay. All right. But
You
he
got
ain't
another
a
big.
huge factor. He only plays sparse minutes. I mean his
got
minutes is like Sly on intramurals.
Come on, man.
Wow.
Come on, man.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
I woke up on it today.
Okay. So correct me if I'm wrong. I don't want to put words in your mouth. Are you saying Dallas bench is better than Boston's?
So I'm taking a look at Dallas bench.
Outside of Hardaway, who you got?
You got Hardaway. You got Josh Green that play the big minutes.
The big boy that shoot the threes. What's his name? That just came back. Keaton. What's his name?
They had one dude that was a starter last year. He on the bench now. He come off. I think the money talking about the same dude. The dude he come off shoot threes.
He like 6'10", big boy.
Oh no,
he came.
Not 6'10". The guy I'm talking about like 6'7", 6'8".
No, big boy that came back in last.
Say his name, I know.
The White Powell.
No, not him. He's a big man.
Yeah, big boy. He was hurt, and he came back The last game against last 2 games.
Well, Boston can go 89 deep. Dallas don't do that.
You got dude with the forehead like Pat.
What?
What's that name?
Pat Gould? Come on,
Pat head hair.
Gould game?
Pat head hair. Yeah, man. What's the dude's name?
Come on, man.
Oh, man.
I woke up on one, right?
Yeah. You know he's gonna curse you out too.
And I had to think to picture Pat's forehead. Come on, man. You said it though, Ben. I ain't say it. Hey, Pat, he said it.
Hey, man.
Yeah, but you kick in.
You're gonna get a phone call.
I know.
You definitely get the phone call.
I woke up with the shits today, man.
You definitely get the phone call.
But you know, he got the hair and he got that huge forehead. I can't remember his name right now, but I think their bench is a little bit better, to be honest. I'm not saying it's by much.
Boston has been the deepest team all year, the best starting 5, per man all year. We're not gonna get to the finals and say Dallas is better because you didn't even expect Dallas to be there. So we're not doing that. We're not gonna do that.
I swear, Gandy be killing me with this Obi-Wan Cabaldi.
Boy, he gonna cuss y'all out, boy. Oh man. No, man, I think I mean, there's not no big names on Boston's bench, but like when you got a starting 5 like that, I mean, like you don't have to have a tremendously strong bench. I think the question is, are they battle tested? Dallas, they were a 5th seed coming from a 5 seed. They haven't had home court advantage, yet, and they're not gonna have home court advantage. So they came from on the road. I think they're a little more battle tested in these playoffs.
Well,
in these playoffs.
First round.
Jay Grizz, I'm gonna give you D Rose off that, and a close second is Kevon Garris. Pat Beverly, take his damn name off there. Stop it. Hey, Ronnie Fields was not a guard to me. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Hey, Kevo, while you bullshitting, you better not overlook Frank Williams.
Frank Williams is a bad boy, man, but he Peoria. I don't count him Chicago. But he was a bad boy. He's a bad boy.
Frank was a bad boy, man. But
I'm not gonna put Ronnie Fields up there. I'm not doing that. Sean Livingston was Peoria.
And Kev, you're looking at Pat Bev now. But Pat Bev
averaged 30 a game in high school, man.
He averaging 30, bro.
He did, and he was a scorer at Arkansas. I get all that. Hell, he was a scorer when he first got to Houston. So they changed his role.
Yeah.
But Kevon Garris was a bad boy, man.
Yeah, Kevon. Yeah.
Right. So let's think back.
I've been dying to ask you guys this question, man. What happened? What was the breakdown in Minneapolis?
Breakdown to what?
How did they break down against Dallas, man?
Maturity.
Was it just the age?
Maturity. It's maturity. They still maturing as a team. Even Anthony Edwards as a, they trying to put the Michael Jordan thing on him right away. He did have
Jordan.
Great moments. He did have some great moments in the series, but I still consider him an up and coming superstar. I'm not gonna give him that top guy in the league label yet. I think he still got a little more growing to do. I put coaching on it too. I saw a lot of coaching errors in that breakdown Minnesota. I don't know if it had to do with their coach being behind the bench on crutches or whatever because he tore his knee up. But yeah, it was just a lot of maturity. And we know Cat. We all know Cat mentally just isn't that tough.
Didn't Connolly cause that when Connolly ran into him? That's why he tore his knee up.
Yeah, that's how he tore his knee up.
Was that against Denver?
Okay, so again, Minnesota led every single game under 5 minutes and blew
well
4-5 game, right?
As Isaac would say, coaching matters because the breakdown was
It does.
too. That was
So
just.
they didn't get dominated. They went against two dudes that on any given night can score 30 apiece, and they did that throughout the series. But again, they led in every single game.
You couldn't close them out.
Under 5 minutes, they didn't know how to close. That's when your maturity comes in. That's when your veterans come in. It does not help the matter that Karl Anthony Towns decided to shoot threes the entire series, even though he wasn't making them.
And stayed in foul trouble.
Kept chucking them up.
Stayed in foul trouble.
No one had either the balls or the, hey, dude, stop shooting the damn three. Get your big ass on the block, bruh. You being guarded by somebody that's 6'6", 6'5", 6'7". Get your ass on the block. No one had the guts to tell him that. Yeah. So he kept chucking up threes. He think, I'm the best shooting big man in the league. Eventually, they're going to fall. Now, imagine this. You could have got a couple buckets when you led with 5 minutes left in every game. A couple buckets could have put you over the top in a couple of those games. But you chose to keep shooting threes. No one has sense enough. And I guess Ant ain't, he ain't got that dog in him yet to say, hey, dude, stop shooting the damn three. Like they didn't have it. And I blame Mike Conley for that. Because Mike Conley is better enough to say, first of all, I'm not going to pass you the ball if you're on the 3-point line. I'm just simply not going to pass you the ball.
But they were taking the ball out of his hands. Conley, those last 5 minutes, the ball was out of Conley's hands most of the time.
And that was a downfall because in the Denver series,
and that was
he had that ball in his hand.
Yeah.
Agreed.
You got that. Those are times you got to lean on the veteran. But with Cat, that's always been a knock on him. Like when he gets in foul trouble, he's not as aggressive. He kind of, he's not the same. He get a couple of fouls, he just gets mentally, he's just out of it. The chucking up the three thing, I 100% agree. But that's when you having a true point guard, and they have one in Mike Conley.
They got one
point guard, but Ant was bringing the ball up, and Ant brought the ball up most of the time in those stretches. So, and then they kind of got into this one-on-one thing. They got away from what got them the lead, and they,
And okay, I'm gonna say this about Ant. Ant wanted the smoke with Kyrie.
And he got it.
Yeah.
And Kyrie never said a word.
He got
I know. And
now think about this.
He said in his press conference and said he was working out for the season. Now he has to change his mindset and work out for a deep run in the playoffs. And when you try to take that challenge against Uncle Drew, bro,
Yeah,
he got all that, and it killed him on the offensive end because trying to stay in front of Kyrie, man, dude, that is one of the toughest assignments in the world. You should have had Conley or somebody else coming off the bench and threw some different bodies at him, man, because you have to throw different bodies at him because he's gonna wear you out.
Well, and
Kyrie never said a word, bro. And think about this. Remember we was looking at Kyrie last series, like, dude, you gonna score? You Kyrie? What you doing, bro? Right? And they got past the series. He came in game 1 of this series and said, I'm gonna be a scorer this series. You know he took that personal with Ant-Man. He ain't say nothing. But he came right in. Okay. You gonna guard me? Okay. Came right in the whole series. He didn't score 30 last series. He did it twice, three times? No, twice this series.
Twice this year.
Twice.
Well,
he didn't say a word.
Some of that could be an apology to Kevin Durant. How Ant-Man was disrespecting KD when they played him. So Kyrie said, let me make up to you for how I shitted on you in Brooklyn and messed everything up. Let me get this young boy back for you.
Right.
Let me give him some of this.
I got him, KD. Don't say a word. I got him.
Well, let me give him some of that right.
Young boy, you're not finna talk shit to me like you did, right. KD.
But also
let me learn you something.
But like you said, it could have been fatigue. I think he got and really started feeling himself. He dogged KD. He went up against a gimpy Jamal Murray. Let's face it, Murray wasn't 100%. So he felt like, I could lock anybody down. So that's when he came into that Dallas series, feeling himself. He was feeling himself coming into the series.
Yeah.
He was feeling, and Kyrie humbled him real quick. And like you said, it's a good point. When you go all out, and Minnesota's they were scrappy. They hustle, they play fast, and they did look like they wore down in this series.
Being a two-way player is the hardest.
They was winning the game every game, bro.
Yeah, but they
didn't
wore
get
out.
blown out. They was there. They just didn't close it.
But people got to understand, being a two-way player, I don't care what era you played in. If you were a two-way player, you were a dog. You might not be scoring 30 and 40, but you playing defense, and then you coming back and drop 15 to 20. Bro, that's difficult to do.
Yeah.
How much is that on coaching? Because we saw a couple times Ant-Man was gassed. He was literally walking up the court. How much is that as coaching? See, that to me, that's where that falls, because we all knew end of the third quarter, 2-3 minutes before the end of the third quarter, what happened to Mike? Boop! He's coming out, right?
Yeah.
Coming out the last 3 minutes, commercial break in between periods, and like the first 3 or 4 minutes of the fourth quarter. That was his time. Every single God blessed game we knew. Like clockwork. If the sun rises in the east, that was his rotation. Coaches have to do that. And you have to be willing to, and you gotta be willing to take that, whatever.
No matter what that player says. Oh, I'm good, coach. No.
Yeah.
Well, always get your stars out towards the end of the third quarter. Always.
Right. But also, you also got to be able to weather that storm if it goes the wrong way. Your guy's out, you can't be ready to put him back in because the other team went on a 6-0, 8-0 run. You got to know.
That's on your second best player, though.
Second best player.
Sean, I'm gonna give you an example. If you take Luke out towards the end of the third quarter, Kyrie should be on the floor.
Yep.
So when you put Luka back in, you can rest Kyrie for a minute. He needs to be in like the last 7 minutes of the game.
Yep. Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like you balance it like that if you got a 1-2 punch, so to speak.
If you're fortunate to have a 1-2 punch like they got, Yeah. That was me who wrote, man. They got two closers, man. Two closers.
That's not Batman. That's not Batman and Robin. That's Captain America and Iron Man. That's 1 and 1A.
Well, I'm telling you right now,
1 and 1A.
the NBA got what they wanted as far as a storyline for this finals, because you got Kyrie
back in Boston.
Kyrie going back to Boston. He gonna cut the fan out.
No, I think he's gonna keep it 100, man.
No, this is gonna really test, like we say, his maturity and how much he's grown. Right. If he's gonna go out there trying to show up the Boston crowd or with a vendetta, like some personal,
he ain't got to do that. He got Luka.
Right, that's what I'm saying. He don't have to, but if he has that mindset, because of course they're gonna boo the hell out of him every time he touched the ball. We already know how that's gonna go down. So
the birds out there.
Yeah, and I think what's underestimated and what's gonna give Boston problems, going to Gandy's comment, pulling Gobert. Because Gobert did clog up the middle a lot. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know why they even traded for Gobert. But and with Cat being in foul trouble, that kind of played a part too. But I think what Dallas gives a lot of people problems, that trade deadline, man, that move, they got some athletic bigs. They got some athletic bigs. Lively, whatever, how you pronounce his name. Lively, Gafford. Yeah.
Former Chicago Bear, for Chicago Bull, excuse me.
Right. Yeah, Gafford. Yeah.
They did get rid of him.
And
PJ Washington
PJ Washington. Who's gonna guard him? Because he has found a new life. Bro. Yeah. PJ, goodness gracious.
But PJ was balling. He was in Charlotte, wasn't he? Was he in Charlotte? Where did PJ come from?
Yeah, he was in Charlotte.
He was in Charlotte. So like he was kind of a unknown, but PJ always could ball though. PJ could always ball. I don't know where this 3-point shot came from.
He's 5 years.
But your PJ Washington, this is how you're gonna be Boston. You got to be Boston by your PJ Washingtons, your Lively's, Gaffers on the boards, Tim Hardaway Jr. Like that's how you beat Boston. Because here's how Boston's gonna beat you. I'm gonna take Jaylen Brown and Tatum out. Holiday can score when he wants to. He just doesn't. White can kill you on any given night.
Yeah.
Pritchard comes off the bench. Just trying to tell you, White can kill you on every given night, bro. Even though he's supposed to be the point guard. Pritchard can kill you. They get Porzingis back. Let's talk about this. You got to remember, Porzingis used to play for Dallas. Kyrie used to play for Boston.
That's right, Porzingis and Luka. Yeah, it was Porzingis and Luka.
So you got that both ways. But you get Porzingis back, who is the biggest third option ever on matchup problems.
But I think Porzingis gonna struggle with those bigs though. I think he's gonna struggle.
No, but he can step out and shoot though. See, here's the thing: you can either he's not gonna post up, but you can hit him with like the mid post. He can either turn around and shoot.
It's not his offense.
What third option do you have to match up with him?
I'm like Lefty with the defense because I'm gonna tell you, Lively and Gafford, anything around the bucket, they trying to put you in the basket.
Through it.
They trying to put you through the basket.
What?
And you know,
what third option do you have to match up with Porzingis?
Horford can't jump this high.
Facts. Facts. Horford ain't got
Fly jump higher than Horford.
You notice I didn't mention Horford. So look, what third option? Because you got Tatum, Brown, maybe Holiday. What third option or fourth option do you have to match up with Porzingis on Dallas?
I think Dallas has it's kind of by committee when you talk about their third option. That one thing I think they got better at, and Luka definitely got better, is when somebody's hot, he hits them. Like I think he's gotten a lot better at that this year. So it depends on who's hot.
He trusts the team more.
Yeah.
So he's making a pass.
I get that. Luka averages down at 10 assists a game, y'all, by the way.
Yeah.
So I get that. He better at, when he get in his mode, the step back, all the offense through me and the step back threes and everybody standing around looking at him, Dallas loses.
Yep.
When he kicks the ball, he throwing alley-oops, cool, they win. Because Kyrie know how to play off him now. If you watch, Kyrie like, okay, he gonna do his thing. He gonna do his step back threes. He gonna right. But when he give me the ball, I know how to pick my spots.
They can't run.
Kyrie kind of plays off him.
I'm putting this in. I want y'all to hear me and hear me correctly. Boston cannot run with Dallas because of the bigs run like Clydesdales and they go above the rim. And then the scariest thing in the world is to have Kyrie on the break and with the ball in his hands. Because he going to the basket. He going to and one you or he going to the line. So you can't run with them. So they need to slow the game and play more half court than
Boston jacks up threes just like Dallas does, dog. Boston ain't no slow down team. They jack up a lot of threes. If they hitting or not, they're gonna jack up a lot of threes. That's what Dallas does. The slowdown game is when Luka slows the ball down. Kyrie pushes the pace. Luka slows the ball down.
In the mini Dallas series, it kind of hit me. You know how people say that Steph messed up the league with his 3-point shooting and all of that, and I always called that BS. But in that series, man, I saw more fast breaks where they just stopped at the 3-point line and they had layups and shot threes. It was many layups that they passed up just to shoot three, and I was like, "Come on, man."
That's today's NBA.
That's today's NBA,
it was so evident in that series. I was really disappointed in the game of basketball.
Today's NBA, sir. Indiana does it all the time. You ain't trip on that?
Because they just run and gun now. They play no defense. They just want to jack that ball up.
They want to outscore you. Yeah, they're not trying to stop it. They're going to outscore you.
Right.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's going to up tempo. I think up tempo may favor Boston though, because Luka's not the most athletic, and if you can get him in a fast paced game, you can kind of wear him out. I think you can wear him down. Now Luka does know how to kind of rest and kind of pick his spots, and Jason Kidd's doing a hell of a job as a coach, by the way. But I think up tempo could favor Boston.
But that's why I said Luka slows the ball down.
Yeah.
Other than that, Kyrie got him running.
Yeah.
Boston runs up there. White would stop and jack up a three in a minute, and he's the point guard.
Yeah. Damn, not the flute.
Wow.
Not the flute, man. Come on.
Candy
Man.
going in on Sly, man. He tore his knee up in band camp.
Come on, man. Man ain't here to defend himself, man.
Hey, one time in band camp,
Band camp doing what?
Band camp.
going to get water.
Damn.
So we got the final set, but I want to take it back. Silk, if you out there, man, are you giving the Knicks a pass? They lost a pass because of their injury.
No.
That was
he
quick.
wouldn't get the Lakers a pass if AD was hurt. So no. No. They lost. Keep that same energy. Keep that same chest out.
Oh man.
That you had with the go New York, go New York, go. Keep that same energy. Goodbye. Since 71.
He said that quick.
Like, no.
He ain't getting no. He wouldn't get the Lakers a pass. So no. I don't want to hear that. Because had they won, look what we did, man. We was hurt. So keep that same energy.
I mean, but those were a lot of injuries, though.
Shout out to Still.
Those were a lot of injuries to overcome, though. I mean, a lot. Then when Jalen Brunson broke his hand, you knew it was.
It was done then.
It was done then.
But Tom Thibodeau was in Chicago. People in Chicago had seen this movie before.
All right. All right.
Brunson's injury, okay, broken hand. That ain't got nothing to do.
That ain't got nothing
hamstring, to do. The breaking down of the body. Look at Jimmy Butler now. Where you think all them injuries coming from now with Jimmy Butler? The man was literally waiting outside Lou Aldain's hospital bed to put him back on the court, man. This is what Tibbs does. I was just trying to tell you, man. This is what Nate Robinson was throwing up on the bench for crying out loud. Look, man. This is what the longevity of Tibbs does to a team.
So
that's why
Nate
he gets
Robinson
fired.
Knocked out was Tim's fault too.
He gonna look. Tibbs gonna win. He's not gonna play rookies. He gonna win for a minute while you get there. You're gonna give him a new contract, and then the team is gonna break down. It's gonna be a rash of injuries, but God knows why. And he can't keep. He's eventually gonna run Jalen Brunson in the ground. Everybody see it coming. Somebody better pick up the phone and call Lou Aldain. Call Jimmy Butler. He's gonna run him in the ground.
Lou Al ain't taking no calls that say Tibbs.
Trying to tell you, man.
He got him blocked.
I've seen the movie before. So while it looks good, and yeah, you can get to the Eastern Conference Finals with it, but I know we got a hamstring. He didn't have a hamstring ever when he played in Toronto. Mitchell Robinson got hurt. Now you can say that's Embiid pulling his leg or whatever. Like you make up excuses for all these injuries.
And what's the shooter from Detroit that played?
Big boy that the Lakers was supposed to get.
Yeah, he went out too.
Everybody get hurt on the Tibbs.
I'm getting him. Stop.
Josh Hart plays 47 minutes a game.
Yeah,
the NBA game is only 48 minutes.
And he had that rib injury too. Forgot Josh Hart wasn't 100%.
Yeah,
he had that strain rib cage or something.
Common denominator is Tibbs. Everybody's seen this movie before.
Mm-hmm.
That's tough to play.
But you got to look at it too, like that gritty style of play. When you get that playoff schedule that every other day, you know that
you got to go deep into your bench.
Man, you got to go.
You got to go deep.
Everybody talks about shortening the playoff rotation.
No,
I think
not when you play like that.
I think you need to. It needs to grow. That rotation.
Tibbs plays 6-7 people max, right?
Yeah,
like 7.
He got a 7.
Like nice.
You
7,
might get an 8.
Yeah.
So when he had to go deep into that bench, their whole continuity was off.
Yeah, exactly.
Now
you got a bunch of role players anyway. Josh Hart ain't a star in the NBA. He's a good player, but he's not a star. The man was averaging 12, 13 boards a game. Hartenstein, who was about to get paid, by the way. But Hartenstein, you got guys shining. Vicino, whatever the hell his name is. Golden State got rid of him. Milwaukee got rid of him. He's a star in New York.
They didn't get rid of him. Golden State didn't get rid of him.
Yeah, they couldn't sign him back.
He took that bag.
Okay. Well, why Milwaukee get rid of him?
They
had too many guards.
Yeah.
They had too many guards.
Okay. So, but he's a star in New York.
But they should have kept him over somebody, some other cat.
You can't, if you think you're going to win a championship or at least get there by Jalen Brunson dribbling the ball 1,000 times a game and going one-on-one and everybody just be ready to shoot and everybody crash the boards, that ain't I guarantee you Randall ain't coming back.
Hey.
They're going to get rid of Randall. That's what I tell you.
Hey, Kevin.
They'll get rid of Randall.
I know you, I don't know if you saw what I put in the group, but your boy got his own podcast.
Oh.
The Greek Freak brother.
Oh yeah, Thanos, the Nasus, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
He got his own podcast, bro. That right there, that floored me, man. That floored me that he got his own podcast.
Did you know he tore his ACL after the season?
Where he slipped going to the bench?
No bullshit.
Look
it up.
He
tore his ACL after the season.
Come on, man.
He's on his way to
look it up. Look it up.
He's on his way to the bank.
Right.
Right. That's where he was going.
Right. No, I think so. I mean,
Giannis' mama told him, take care of your brother. And he taking that to heart.
Definitely. But you know
you
what?
ever notice Giannis get hurt or he look like turned his ankle? Who the first off the bench? I got him.
It's called.
He doing what his mama told him.
It's called, his podcast is Thanalysis.
Oh my God.
You the same dude as a professional basketball player to get 8-second counts. You the same dude to do that. You can't get the ball over 8 seconds. Bringing the ball. I swear to God, look it up.
Hey,
I swear to God. You a professional basketball. Everybody get the ball over 8 seconds. Hey, you do that. Come on, man.
Yeah, but I mean, think about the playoffs this year, man. Injuries really like affected big time. It was a lot of big name stars, man. It was Giannis. You know, you had Giannis out in Milwaukee. Jimmy Butler goes down. Donovan Mitchell goes down. Jamal Murray was gimpy. You know, injuries really. You know, Jalen Brunson went out that last game, but injuries really played a huge part in the playoffs this year.
Which not my point.
Not taking away from Boston, but yeah,
you making my point, Damani.
Yeah.
If Boston does not win it this year, now what?
This series,
this championship or bust is what you saying, Kevo?
This series quietly has a 2011 feel to it. Dallas, Miami, kind of got that feel. Boston,
don't bring that up, man. Dallas beat my Lakers that year.
Boston, the overwhelming favorites. Dallas quietly, like they didn't have the best record since the trade deadline. They had the best record in the league since the trade deadline. People kind of underestimating Dallas. Same going in, they heavy favorites with the superstars and all that. This got a 2011 feel to it. This got a 2011 feel.
We got a couple minutes left.
Yeah, but they ain't got no Dirk, dog.
Here's my question. Who got the better big two? Boston or Dallas?
Woo.
That's not a question to me.
It's a tough one.
All right.
That's a tough one. I don't know. I enjoy watching Luka and Kyrie, but I'll give a slight edge to Tatum and Brown. Very slight edge. I give a slight edge to them.
No sir. No sir. This has Luka and Kyrie written all over it.
Okay.
When you got two dudes that on a given night can look at each other and say, "You go for 30, I'll go for 30. Let's get these guys out of here." Right? Any given time. Here's the problem. I think Brown has that dog in him, but Brown is not a 30-point scorer. He can score 30. He's not a 30-point scorer. Tatum has the talent to be a 30-point scorer, but he ain't got that dog in him. So if I got to question you every game, I don't know what I'm going to get. You pissed off, you hoop. Brown, well, I could score 30, but I turn the ball over 15 more times and I score 30. I look at Kyrie and Luka like they both can run off 30 anytime they want. Luka is a walking 30. It's just a matter of whether he want to pass the ball or not.
You know what? You're right. You know what? You're right. You right.
I got Kyrie and Luka, dog, and this all the way long.
It is Dallas. It is Dallas. Yeah, it's Dallas. It's Dallas. Yeah, I'm tripping. It's Dallas. Kyrie and Luka, man.
I ain't saying, Brown and Tatum can hoop. Don't get me wrong, but if you're gonna put these two against these two, I'm going with Kyrie and Luka all day long.
I'm looking for. I want it no less than 6 games, bro. I would love 7. I would love a 7-game series out of this. But I would love. But Lefty, how many games?
The NBA gonna make sure you get 6 or 7.
Trust me. You're gonna get at least 6.
You getting 6 or 7.
You getting 6
by any means necessary. Getting 6 or 7 games. After this little layoff, this little over a week long.
You gonna get 6.
Getting 6 or 7 games.
Remember,
they got the Buffalo Wild and Wings button.
This series going to Father's Day. We're gonna have basketball on Father's Day. I tell you. We're going to Father's Day. They ain't gonna be over before that. Shit. Trust and believe. No, it got to be 6. Man, the matchups, man. This is I think it's a hell of a. The matchups are great. I'm just looking at it. So yeah, I can't see nobody getting swept or nothing like that.
Poly grip.
Hey, Gandy Pat coming from you. He coming from you, bro. Poly grip 13.
13.
How many games, Kevo? You agree? It's going 6.
Yeah, I got at least 6. Look at the teams we talking about. Boston will screw off a game, but so will Dallas. So you got 2 teams that'll screw off a game, and God knows why. They'll pull it. So that alone tell you they're going at least 6. Yeah. Boston got home court, right?
Yep.
Okay, they'll lose a game at home, but then so will Dallas.
Yeah.
So you're gonna get 6 out of it, regardless.
Okay. Kevo, who you got winning, and who's the MVP?
The MVP is a hard question. Let's see how the series go, because I don't think Tatum will guard Luka, because Luka too big for him. So I don't think they guard each other. So as far as the MVP, I don't know if that means Brown gets off or does Tatum get off. So the MVP is a hard question. You got to come back to me on that one. I got to see how that plays out. As far as who wins, I'm going with Boston. Even though I'm a Laker fan, I hate to do that. Shout out to Drew.
Ooh,
but I'm going to go with Boston, and here's why. You said it earlier, Ben. This is championship or bust. No, I can't cheer for Boston. I'm a Laker fan. But look, on paper, these 2 teams, I don't trust the coach. I trust Jason Kidd over Mazzulla, because Mazzulla looks lost like a kid on recess that ain't got the word that everybody back in the class. But I'm gonna go with Boston, because I think it's.
Where did that analogy come from, man?
I'm not saying, man. It's like kids are standing there looking like, where everybody go? Where everybody go? Oh, it's time to go back to school. That's Mazzulla.
Oh,
but I need to hit on that. But
damn, man.
I'm gonna go with Boston, because I think it's championship or bust. You've given a golden ticket to get here. You don't take advantage of this, I don't know when you're gonna do it. So I'm gonna go with Boston. And the MVP, get back to me. I gotta say that's
real quick, man. We got under 5 minutes.
Said it had a 2011 feel. I'm rolling with that. I'm going Dallas in 7. Luka wins the MVP. Wow. Shout out to some of my favorite people, man. My boy Drew, PG, Danielle. I know y'all gonna hate me for it, but I'm rolling with Dallas in this one, man. I ain't saying I'm cheering for him, but I think Dallas gonna pull it out.
Wow.
And wow. Me and Gandy, we got the same prediction. I'm going Dallas, man.
So they win in Game 7 in Boston Garden.
Mm-hmm. Kyrie, what, 14, 15, and 1 in closeout games?
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Well, when we come back next Saturday, they'll have 1 game in.
2.
So
No, one. Thursday.
one
right
game
there.
in.
One game. Yeah.
Game Thursday. So we'll be dissecting this one like crazy on who gonna win based off that one game. So next week we really gonna get into it. Pardon shots, KDL.
Shout out to everybody, man. Appreciate it. I was a little late today, man. Alarm got the best of me.
No,
Mess around with Lucky, but hey, man. Shout out to everybody.
Tequila got the best.
Its name is Cazadores.
I've been messing with this dude for a week, man.
That's her name.
Like, hey, shout out to everybody.
Miss Cazadores.
Right. I've been messing with this dude for a week, man. I need a break. Shout out to everybody, man. Thanks for tuning in on the ride. Like I said, I went an entire 2 hours, but thank y'all for tuning in. City of Houston, much love. Y'all owe us nothing. Shout out to everybody in Houston. Took care of us. Herb Life, everybody. CDOT, everybody took care of us, man. Much love.
Yeah. Definitely love it, man. Mad love to Houston, man. And before we go, definitely got to give our condolences and our prayers to our sister of the leaf, LaShonda Powell, who we lost this past week. Prayers to her family. Our deepest condolences, and to our VS sisters, the Crystal and Tracy, man. It's a big loss. She was a sweet, sweet, beautiful person, man. Like one of the nicest people you'll ever meet in life. So it's a big hit to the cigar community, man. Definitely. So yeah. And like Kev said, man, Houston, y'all don't owe us nothing, man. Shout out to the city of Houston, man. Great job on Houston Cigar Week. We had a ball. And of course, don't forget, June 15th, baby, West Side, South Side, Casa de Perez out in Maywood. Man, it's going to be a movie. Early arrival strongly suggested. We always put that out there, and it always happens. And that's how it is, and that's how it's going to be.
Out of nowhere.
It's just going to be that. It's going to be that. Oh, happy birthday to Nikki Dillard. Says happy birthday, man. Do your thing tonight. I'm gonna try to make it. I gotta make a run. If I get back in time, I'm gonna get out there and party with you. So happy birthday to you too.
Hey man, it's almost summertime shy. We ain't had some real nice days. So man, be safe out there, everybody. Watch your surroundings, where you at, all of that good stuff. But man, let's keep it safe and
Tatum got hurt, Andy.
And shout out to the cicadas that's staying out of the city.
You know what?
Out of Harvey.
Well, they can stay in Harvey. Just keep them out of.
No, they not that. They further south, baby.
Yeah, they are further south, so that is a plus. I saw on social media.
Let us deal with our raccoons. We good.
Somebody's car was full of cicadas.
Full
of cicadas. Yeah. I was like, damn.
They got in the car?
Honey? They all over the car. Dude come outside his house.
Over the car.
All over the car. And I'm like.
So what you do? Water hose? Like, what do you do?
I don't know. I don't know. I just walk back in the crib like, I ain't going to today.
This ain't today.
Grab Uber. Let me get this Uber app cracking.
Like, man, hey, I ain't gonna make it. Wherever you go, I ain't gonna make it. Hey man, like I said,
called off cicada.
Right.
Cicadas, fam.
Shout out to the people in Frankfurt. Close your doors and windows.
Right. Hey man,
they getting hit hard.
At the end of every show, where there's smoke,
there's
fellas.
And Isaac.
The silverback.
Happy birthday, Isaac.
All right, man. We check.